What's going on, guys? My name is Professor Nigel, and today I've got the Call of Duty Vanguard Warzone event as well as the trailer. So I'm sure most of you have already seen it. This video is kind of going to be a little bit of my thoughts on the game, what I think I'm looking forward to. And if not, if you haven't already seen the event or you didn't or weren't able to get to the event and the trailer and all that stuff, you'll be able to see everything right here. So obviously, my first impressions just from the reveal trailer, which will be at the end of this video and is kind of at the end of this event, kind of how they did with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, is it looks to be a promising game. Obviously, a reveal trailer, Call of Duty has a pretty good take on doing reveal trailers, and they really have a good advertising team. So I'm not going to say too much. I think there needs to be a lot more seen. A lot of the details that kind of came out of the trailer, though, I definitely am looking forward to. They posted a bunch of stuff on Twitter. There's a bunch of diverse areas, new gunsmith systems, a new mode called Champion Hill. This might be my favorite part from this tweet. That guy off mute blasting music in the background. Teammates not playing the objective. And did we say 20 maps? I think that might be one of the most important parts that we can take away just from the reveal trailer today and the tweets that they kind of released information off of. 20 maps at launch is kind of a big deal, especially given the last few Call of Duties maybe had 10, if that. It was definitely not 20 maps, and I can tell you for a fact a lot of the earlier Call of Duties, the Call of Duties that kind of came before Modern Warfare and all that, the ones that kind of went through the rough times that I know a lot of people really weren't playing Call of Duty, all those maps or all those games really didn't have a lot of maps right off start. A lot of them had less than 10. I think some of them had maybe like 5 to 8 off of launch. So having 20 maps off of launch is kind of a big deal. It is kind of going to be interesting to see if they have the same amount of content that ends up dropping later, kind of with the Battle Pass and how they've been doing kind of the DLC or the extra maps recently. And I'm also kind of curious to see what kind of maps they are, if they're remakes of old maps or if they're going to be completely new maps. But 20 maps off of launch is very exciting to see. Even more importantly, there's going to be an entirely new Warzone map. I don't know. I mean, we all wanted this with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, for there to be a new map, and I think we were all pretty disappointed, even though Rebirth, I think, is one of the better maps currently. Obviously, everyone still enjoys, the old Verdansk and stuff like that, but I don't think Rebirth was the map that everyone was kind of expecting when they kind of, said changes to the map and all that sort of stuff. Everyone kind of thought we were getting a new map. So to see, especially when they said they were going to nuke the map, I don't think anyone was expecting there to just be slight changes and we were just going to go back in time and it was going to be Verdansk with a few other different locations. But this time it really looks like they're doing a completely different map, and that is something to really look forward to. Even more importantly, and this is something I'll kind of cover, in another video, but the anti-cheat is on the way. I think it's going to be a few months. I think they said something like roughly 3 months, which really kind of sucks. But, just in time for the launch of the new Call of Duty. If that's the case, hopefully it doesn't get delayed or anything like that. And as long as there is an actual anti-cheat, I personally think this is some big steps in the right direction. Obviously, Modern Warfare and Cold War, I think, were two Call of Duties that kind of really brought it back. These were two Call of Duties that I think brought, a lot of people back, myself included, back to the series. Call of Duties before these last couple were kind of lackluster. I mean, there wasn't really too much going on. It kind of seemed like the same old recycled garbage, and Modern Warfare particularly, I think, was a game that really brought me back and brought the love back to Call of Duty. Obviously, Cold War, especially in the multiplayer, some aspects were good, particularly Dirty Bomb. I really thought that was a really great mode that they introduced, but outside of that, I mean, when Cold War came out, I really kind of felt like we were getting a half-finished game. And on top of that, it didn't really carry over too well into Warzone, to be honest. Obviously, it's nice to get new guns and all that sort of stuff and some updates to Warzone. But I don't know, especially with the graphics, how Cold War runs, especially even just on an Xbox, I really didn't feel that, Cold War was really that finished of a game. And it was really frustrating to kind of, be hyped, which is kind of why I'm trying to hold back my excitement. I really love that they're going back to the World War II, and even more importantly, they've got Treyarch kind of manning the production of Zombies, which I think is going to be great. I don't really think or can't remember the last time, I played OG, Black Ops or World at War Zombies, but I'm really, really hoping that that's going to kind of be the vibe that we're feeling on this new edition of Zombies, especially being run by Treyarch. I think it's gonna make it all the more special. I'm hoping Sledgehammer really is bringing their best here. I can't even remember the last Sledgehammer Call of Duty that well. I think they did World War II. I can't really remember. That was also another thing. The last rendition they did of kind of Call of Duty, where they kind of really brought it back to boots on the ground, which was, again, that slow step in the right direction. But, again, it was kind of like they had a half-finished game, where it's like World War II, for the most part, was polished, but it kind of felt like they just kind of ran out of time and didn't have enough time to put everything kind of in production. I'm hoping that this is a much more polished game. Obviously for a reveal trailer, a lot of it is, cinematic bullshit where it looks good, and they kind of did this with Black Ops Cold War, but it's all just essentially animation and making a movie, and it's not actual gameplay. From the little bits that did look like it could be gameplay, and of course, maybe this changes when they release an actual, gameplay trailer or anything like that, but it did kind of look like it was going back towards the Modern Warfare engine. Just from the bits that I saw, that's what it looked like. So I'm very hopeful. I personally really love the Modern Warfare engine, and I think it made for a polished game. Modern Warfare was that polished game for the most part. Obviously, every once in a while had its problems. Warzone has the problem with the cheaters and all that sort of stuff. But as a game, as it runs, I personally love the way Modern Warfare runs. I don't really have a problem with that. I really can't say the same for Black Ops Cold War. On another note, it was a little bit much playing this whole event. Not that it wasn't that fun. I was kind of listening in on a work meeting while playing this, so I mean, I don't know. It just kind of seemed a little bit much for a reveal trailer and all that sort of stuff. At least this part. If you haven't seen it, I won't spoil anything after you destroy the train. But this whole pizzazz trying to destroy this Nazi armored train that's running through Verdansk. I mean, I guess it's cinematic. It's an event. It's interactive. I guess it's cool for a certain aspect, but I don't know. I thought it was a bit much, but I don't know. I'm hopeful for the game, and definitely I think there's steps in the right direction. I think, Call of Duty, at least Warzone in particular, kind of felt like it was falling off the rails. In particular, I mean, just the past couple months with the cheaters and the glitches and just stuff that needed to be fixed a long time ago that just kind of got neglected, that kind of made the game go a little bit downhill. Really, really, unfortunate to see, but it looks like we're on kind of a course correction, and that's the thing that I'm most excited about. So, in terms of everything else, open beta, which I don't really know if they release dates for the open beta. I didn't really see anything about dates for the open beta. But I'm definitely looking forward to being able to actually play the beta and kind of get an actual feel for if this game is going to be half decent. I kind of couldn't tell with the Cold War beta. I did enjoy the beta, but you could tell very much so that it was unfinished, and I'm hoping that's not so much the case with this game. I don't really know how long they've been working on this, and of course there was a ton of delays in Cold War for COVID and stuff like that. So I'm hoping with the last few months, since everyone's been able to get the vaccine, people have kind of been going back to the office, that this game turns out a little bit better. Obviously, they've still got many months here. Not many, but 4 months is definitely still some time to tweak some stuff out. So hopefully, if they are back in the office and they're putting together something that's more complete than Cold War was, because as much as there are aspects to Cold War that I enjoy, and parts to the multiplayer that I really loved, still it was, in terms of mechanics, very unfinished. So outside of that, I mean, I don't really think there's too much left to talk about. I will leave you pretty much with the rest of this kind of event and with the trailer. But look out in the trailer for what I was kind of alluding to. I think there are parts of the trailer that look like it could be very gameplay-esque, and looks like it more runs so on the Modern Warfare engine. We'll see, though. Train destroyed. I like how they changed that up for the end of this. But guys, enjoy the rest of this. I personally really enjoyed this part of the reveal. Having this whole cinematic bit with all the planes flying overhead. This I really enjoyed. This was something that really got me hyped. So again, I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the trailer. Enjoy the rest of this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed my thoughts, my opinions, again, really time will tell with this project, so I'm sure I'll talk about it more. But until then, guys, if you could hit that like and subscribe button, that helped me out so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm Professor Nigel. Peace.
Keep running. You can make it. There's too many explosions. We can't get to you right now. Take cover.
The whole world is burning. Sometimes, the only way to put out the flames is with more fire.
Trade you all for this.
This is the theatre of war, Arthur. There's no curtain call for bravery.
Bravery is what comes after, not what you were in the moment.
Target locked.
we do it together.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta. Digital pre-orders get instant access to the Night Raid, Mastercraft, and Black Ops, Cold War, and Warzone.